Hello there, and this is a lovely day. I didn't get to change all the colors from yesterday, but I'm ready to rock and roll for the 7th of January. So I'm hoping you guys are ready to color with me and have some fun. I didn't have the best of days. I woke up with a lot of pain in my arm. I think I've been coloring too many hours or something. So yeah, well, nice to see you. Hi Rose, nice to see you. So I'm ready to color this bad boy, and I really like this one a lot. So I think it's going to be fun, and I think we're going to be switching up the colors a bit. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to go with yet, as I didn't really decide. Hi Bev Larsen, nice to see you. Well, I had a problem. I couldn't even lift my arm today, so I think I've just been overdoing it a bit, so I'm going to take it easy. This one, luckily, is not so big as the other one, so I'm hoping that my arm will manage. Anyways, it's been a long day, and I've been just sort of like putting cream on it and spraying and stuff, and took some painkillers for it, so I think it's going to be okay. I'll get it. It'll be like, I'm exercising my arm. This is a gym with these sessions with the color Weirdie. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with some with some chameleons maybe, or yeah, I'm not sure yet. We'll set up a new color scheme and see what happens. It could also just maybe be, I don't know. I really don't know yet. So I won't do any promises. Maybe we'll see what we can do with this. Could be fun to do some vivid pink. Could be fun to like play with purples and pinks. There's purples and pinks here, and maybe some. I could also do some reds and some yellows and oranges. I like that too. So maybe there's some yellows here, some oranges here, and there's some red here. Go like that. Maybe go full style file on it today. So yeah, that was the reds and purples from here. Then we got some purple here. That could go into the mix. You can put the chameleons back there. Take them out here. That was a style file. That was a greeny one. These were the pro markers. This was also style file. Then we got these tigers. They're also going away here, I think, on vacation today. Today we're going to be, today we're going to play with the style file ones and see what we get out of that mix. And maybe, there's some yellows here. Got 3 yellows. I think 3 yellows is fine. Gonna start with the lightest one. To darker. And then I've got 3 oranges here. I'm not sure I want this terracotta one. Maybe we'll go marigold here. That's a darker yellow. And then go for these 2 oranges. Then we sort of got something in between there. And then I'll put this one back, I think. The terracotta one. Then we're going to go into the reds. I've got some reds. Let's see. Some more red here. And one that's in between here. So I think I want to go from here to the darker one. So there's 3 reds there. Then I think I want to move it into this one with the wine red. That fits with my red wine. Hi, nice to see you guys. Hi, Melissa and Ross. Well, it's not my hand, it's my arm. It's like in here. It's like I just think that I worked it too much. So no, I can use it for drinking. I can use the other one. That's okay. So I'm gonna go wine red here. Then I'm going to put this coral red back. So we're going yellow and orange and reds. And now I'm moving into the pinks and purples, I think. So what we got here is, I think this is the lightest one. This one. And then we go for that one and that one. That's 3 pinks. So now we're on purple. And I think we're going to go with this one. Deep violet first. And there's a light violet. And there's a lavender. Light violet and lavender. So I think that that's sort of going to be it, because there's 3 purples there. So we sort of got sets of 3. Maybe just going to go for that. Yeah, I think that that would be fine. I don't know if we should go for any more. I think, you know, that could be fun to see him just colored in those. What do you guys think? It's going to be funny? No, I didn't lift anything heavy. I just think it's because, you know, every day coloring, I'm not used to coloring so much. So maybe it's because it's a different way that I sit and I tense up in the arm or something like that. So it'll definitely go away again. I'm hoping. So yeah, I'm just going to dig in. And yeah, this is going to be a cool one. Up here we're going to start with a lighter yellow. I might switch this up, you know, I don't know, because it's just like the starting point. Yeah, I had to keep it like rested a lot today. I couldn't resist but draw a little bit. It's hard for me not to do, like after dinner when we've eaten and we're just sitting chilling a little bit after dinner. Then it's really hard for me not to actually get into coloring a bit, no, to drawing. So I did draw a little bit. And I think it's just because I've been coloring so much and I'm not used to the movement or something like that. But it was not very fun to wake up with, to be honest. But, you know, I think it is just, you know, because it's a new muscles that I'm using there that I'm not normally using. So it will go away again and be perfectly okay. So it's just a matter of getting used to it a bit. So yeah, I think it will be fine. So now we're just gonna get into this one. So I'm just gonna start the whole row down. And I might switch it up and only make it fiery so that we're only going for the reds and the oranges and the yellows. I'm not quite sure yet because I haven't made up my mind. So this is sort of a start to let me, you know, have something to go from to begin with, and then we'll see where it takes us. So yeah, just starting up lightly here. No shoveling of snow because I live in a flat and there is no snow here anyways. Not this year. We were hoping, they were saying it was going to be a cold winter and but no snow. No snow, unfortunately, because it is so dark here during the winter, you know, like it takes ages before it becomes light in the morning and then it becomes dark already again at 4 o'clock. It seems like it's nighttime. So it's very, very few hours of daylight. And that's where it really is nice if it's snowy, because then it's white and brings up a little bit more light. In Denmark, we have a lot of the year where it's a lot darker, like dull, boring. And very few months where it's very light. Constantly light, but yeah, so you kind of get to miss the light during the winter. There's a lot of people here who suffer from like winter depression. I don't really have a problem. I kind of like the dark, so I'm not I don't suffer from winter depressions. Have a lot of things I have to get done this week also. I have to sort of get into everything again. I've been sort of neglecting a lot of things. I think, you know, just been like in the holiday mood and, you know, just chilling and been busy. And so I have to sort of be practical also. I don't really enjoy being practical. Sergeant Pepper, that's a great name, Julie. I love that, Sergeant Pepper. And he's a funny one. I mean, I remember when I colored him the first time, I really liked him a lot. So I think he will be great. And he was also a fun one to draw. And I actually did draw like 2 Weirdies today. So I have been drawing a bit. And I do love drawing. And then we will have a new Weirdies ready at some point. You know, so maybe, you know, if it takes off and everybody's coloring Weirdies, then we'll have new Weirdies for next year if I am diligent and I draw them. So, because this also takes time to clean them and vector them and make sure that they're good. So everything takes its time. I think it's nice with this yellow. I really like yellow. Warm yellows also are really beautiful. So now we'll see how we're switching it up. And these colors with the style files is a very, they have a good color selection also. I just thought, you know, instead of doing my usual rainbow, which I'll probably miss, that's why I can't promise that I won't switch it up. So we'll see what happens as we go along and we get closer to where it's going to be switching up. Then I might just add the blues and the greens and then get the whole thing in there. You know me, I do like my rainbow, and I might feel that he needs a rainbow, because I think the first time I just colored him in less colors. And the one that I have for tomorrow, I think I colored that the first time in a Spanish colors because I saw it like a Spanish toro, Spanish bull. So that's going to be switched up definitely from the first time where I colored it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into that one too. Did you guys get the download? Do you have him ready, the one for tomorrow? Yeah. Hi, Beverly. Nice to see you. So yeah, with all this, I haven't been so much on Facebook. I have been looking at all the nice color that I see, and I have downloaded them to put in the album. I can only put them in the album on my own art page because I can't do anything on groups because of this Facebook jail thing, which is pretty annoying. I did get the speed video up from yesterday. I did have yesterday, it was really late because after I finished, my bestie, she called me on Skype wanting to chat a bit, so we were chatting. So that was nice. We had a little, we usually do that because, you know, I have Victoria and she has her kids, and well, yesterday she didn't have kids, so she had a free weekend because she just shared them with her ex-husband. So she has every second week she has off. There he has the kids, and every second week she has the kids. So she actually has a whole week free, which is pretty neat for her. So, but we got used to that sometimes instead of seeing each other, then we just Skype instead, because then we can just sit and chill and none of us has to get the way home and, you know, take a taxi or spend money on that. And then, you know, we can just, you know, talk, and it's nice. So we had a talk yesterday. So yeah, that was okay. These are good ones. I like these markers. They're really beautiful colors. And hi, Tina. Nice to see you. Yeah, so yeah, today I was like really, I had to just keep the arm. Really, I didn't start moving the arm before until almost like after 7 o'clock in the evening. I had to go and do the shopping and make the food and everything. But I just kept it rested and and I have some spray that sort of helps on muscle pain. So I sprayed that on, and it does seem okay. Now we'll see what it feels like tomorrow, if I can lift it again, because it was really bad this morning. So otherwise I might have to get one of those things that you can put on. I don't know what it's called, like those gauze things or something like that. So we're gonna go to this one. This is the marigold that I'm hoping will be between orange and I mean, already this one is so dark yellow, so it's almost into the orange, which helps, you know, with what I wanted. Hi Heather, awesome to see you. It's nice to see you guys. And yeah, there's not as many who sees the video, because normally when I share to Adult Coloring Worldwide and Coloring Books for Adults, those are the two biggest groups, and it's bound to get more views. But I can't share to groups or do anything because I'm in a Facebook prison. So yeah, I'm a bit upset about that, because you know, this is sort of a good thing that I could share it there. I can't even share it to the group of Color Weirdie a Day, which is my own group. It's ridiculous that I can't share to my own group. And I mean, even an admin on Adult Coloring Worldwide, and I can't share to there. So it's like stupid, stupid, stupid. Because I would really like to have them up there, because we get that more views, and that's gives a possibility that more people will eventually join Color Weirdie a Day. But I guess I'll just have to wait until I can actually share it again. I mean, I could try to share it from my daughter's Facebook, but I don't want hers to get, you know, punished because of mine. She's not like active on Facebook. It's just like a family thing where she can sort of, you know, the family in Ecuador can sort of follow her or send messages and stuff to me. So it's sort of her, so that they don't have to go through all mine is more, my profile is more based on my art, than it's not really a lot of, so yeah, that's why. I could of course try to share from there, but now I already started and I'm going. So yeah, I was a bit deterred by this whole Facebook jail thing. It just sort of makes me depressed. I just got so far and I worked so hard, and then I'm just like being set back a couple of steps, but I'll get over it and move on, and things will continue, and you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. So you can see there's two different style files. There's one with the fiber tip, and there's one with a brush tip. It's like a felt brush, but they're really pretty, and they have great colors as well. Great selection. It's good quality markers, and these were actually these two sets they gave to me in the Viking shop. They already knew that I loved them because I already had quite a few, so they just wanted me to make a review. I already did that a long time ago on the blog. So, but now I have them to use. It was a nice gift. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. So it's not like sponsored in that way, you know. I already did the review that they wanted me to do, and there they were really like, you have to tell your honest opinion about them, and if there's something negative, we want you to say that too. But I mean, I guess they knew that I didn't have a lot of negative to say about them, because I have a lot of them before they gave me the set. So, but no, I don't really have anything negative to say. I think they're great markers. The only thing that I really would love was that you could refill them, but they're actually working on making refillables, they told me. So there will be new sets with the refillables at some point, which I think sounds awesome, because they're just slightly cheaper than some of the others, and they're very good quality. So I think refillable ones will be very, very nice to have. I always think that refillable markers is a good thing because it's always cheaper to buy the refill, and you can fill a few times, and then you're not that nervous about running out if you have a refill. So this is a good color. It did seem a little bit dry to me, so maybe I used that more than the others. Oh, thank you, Tina. That's awesome. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. So awesome. Thank you, Heather. Awesome that you shared. That makes me happy, because then people will see me still. They will see the Weirdies, and new people will join us. I have a ton of emails with the pay hip downloads, so that's a good sign. I tried also to stay off the computer, not just, you know, to try to rest the arm so that I would be able to color tonight, and it's not hurting right now. So I'm happy that this was not a big one, because of the pain I had this morning. It was really, really bad. I don't think it could also just be that I slept wrong on it or something like that, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be because I've been coloring, but I was just thinking immediately that it might be just because it's a different way that I sit than when I draw. Because when I draw, I get more the pain in my fingers, so I've never really experienced having the pain in the actual here. It's like here with the bend, where I bent the arm. And I really literally couldn't lift it this morning. I couldn't, and it's the right arm, so, you know, like, I couldn't lift the glass to drink, and I could lift it with the left hand, but it was just like a pretty annoying. But it feels okay now, as long as I don't lift anything. Victoria went with me to do the shopping, and I have to, of course, I always have to buy all the heavy stuff, especially because my dad has a bad shoulder at the moment, so he can't really help with anything of that kind of sort, whereas normally he could, but he can't at the moment because he's not doing well, and he'll probably be having an operation in the shoulder in a couple of weeks, so then it will probably be even worse. And I make them, they got chicken fillets today, so there were chicken fillets with a white basmati rice, and then I sort of just fried them up in butter with a little bit of flour and lemon juice. So that was very tasty. Oh, awesome, that's great. I don't know if anybody shared did you share to the color Weirdie a day? Because it's the group for this, and the live video. Ooh. Yeah, I will be putting up the one for the 9th after. I already have everything ready. I didn't upload it. I always upload, like, when I'm finished with the video, I upload to PayHip, and then I put the link up and to get the one for the, not next, but the next day. So that you guys have a little time to get it. And that should be okay, I think. And I will leave them up and not take them down until we start on February, so that everybody has a chance to just get them. You know, if new people join us and all that, then they can go get the older ones. So we'll see how that system works out. This looks pretty, doesn't it? It looks pretty nice, pretty warm and inviting, and yeah, I think it's going well. These are nice to lay down, the ones with the brush also. Actually, at first I preferred the hard felt tip, but I actually also do like the brush now that I've used it more. Because in the beginning I was way more into that one, because this is so, like, flexible, and I thought it was going to be difficult to control because it's kind of fatty brush, You see, but it isn't. It's a need to control and to work with. So it's a good all over experience, I think. I do feel that to me they feel more dry, the ones with the brush tip, but that might just be me because I'm not used to them. But they do pretty. I mean, they have both sets in all the colors. I think there's 200 and something colors in these. So that's a pretty big set. I don't know, I'm not sure how many exactly there are. I haven't. I have to look at that. And they have really full sets of gray tones with the neutral grays. I think there's 12 different tones in neutral, in warm, and in cold gray. So if you like using the grays, I would like to do one where I only use grays actually, but it has to be one where I think it fits. I don't know if it will be interesting to watch me only use grays. Might have to switch that up a bit, I don't know. But you know, I think it's nice to see how you can actually get a monochrome effect with just using shades of gray. And this is no pun intended to the movie because I thought the movie kind of sucked. It was hyped up to be a lot. I didn't read the books, but when I saw the movie, I was like, not that sexy. Come on. Yeah. But I guess it was just a hit. It was just something that went and was a hit right away. Maybe I'll write a book. I already wrote 3 books, so that's. But I wrote. I don't know if you know Joseph Shivery. I wrote the stories on the 3 first of the Broken Mind of Joe's Inc. With him. We did it together online. We had a lot of fun writing those stories. It was really cool, fun time. So yeah, those are really awesome books. He's a great artist too. His drawings are amazing. He's got so much. He's really natural, really a natural, I think, and you should check them out, especially the first 3 since I wrote them. These are just little silly stories to go with the creatures from his mind, and the stories are sort of, they don't always make sense. They're silly and crazy and weird, and yeah, they're inside my head. So yeah, that was fun. So I can actually say that I've written 3 books. That's kind of cool to be able to say. Well, you know, I've drawn 80 books, so that's also kind of cool. But you know, that I was the author on those. It's also something that I'm very proud of, and proud that he wanted me to do it, and that we had such a good time doing it. So that's really cool. I have 2 of his original drawings that he gave me for my birthday that I have hanging framed on the wall that I'm really proud of. So I'm very happy with that. I think this is going to be a nice combo with these colors. So far I'm liking it. Yeah, Joseph's designs are really cool. He's been drawing since he was 10 years old, and it's a natural. It's not something that it's just him. Hi, Sally. The picture, that is one of my Weirdies. It's a Weirdie from the first of the Weirdie books, and it's the one for January 7th. And in the post description, you can find the link to get it, to download it. Is set at 0+, so you can grab it for free. And if you feel like it and you like what I do, you can add a little tip if you want to do that. But everybody can grab it for free, or if you have the book, you can follow me in the book. I do print out bigger because it's easier to see for the camera for you guys, and it's easier for me because I can't get my head all the way in. And I do like drawing in this size, so it just makes me feel comfortable. This is a nice dark red. What was that called? Carmine. I like that red. That's a very lovely red. So yeah, this is from the book Weirdie's Volume 1, and it's the book. It's the drawing of the 7th of January, and since we're doing the color Weirdie Day, you can imagine that, yeah, this is the 7th day. We started on the 1st of January, and I've been doing live coloring every evening since the 1st. Well, I was actually doing live coloring also in December. I started with 11 drawings, and those can be found on my Payhip as well, those 11 drawings. There's one where there's a set of 3, and then the other ones are up there singles, and they're still at 0+, but I'll be taking them down tonight or tomorrow. Probably it's more likely that it'll be if you want to get them, you don't have them, you probably have to get them pretty fast, because I will either this evening after this or tomorrow I'll take them down, and then I'll put them in a set where I will be adding some new cool drawings. So it will not be a set of 11. I think it will be a set maybe of 25 drawings, different drawings, so that I will add 14 more drawings. And I will add the scans of the ones that I colored, I think, so that there will be color inspiration in the PDF too. Just for those 11 that I did color, because the other ones I didn't color, and I don't have time to do it now because I'm coloring a Weirdie Day. But there will be 14 additional new drawings in that set, and then it will go on that you can buy the set with all of them, including the new ones. And it will be, I think it will be fairly, you know, if I put it at, I don't know what price point I should put it at. I haven't really thought, but you know, maybe if I put it at $9.99, if you do a social share, you get the 50% discount. So that's a pretty good deal, and I still have that activated. I didn't take it off. So yeah. It's awesome to see what other people do. It's so great, and it's so great to see the different results, because, you know, also, you know, that some people, when they do them upside down, that's also cool, because it's really creating your own, because you can see it totally different if you just turn it around. Like, if you do like this, it's a different one. So you can do more things with the Weirdies. You can even turn them sideways, you know, like it depends on what you see. That's why I always suggest, you know, when you have a Weirdie out, try to take a little bit of time and see it from each angle and see where it makes most sense to you, where you get the most, where you see more, and then do it from that angle. Don't let the angle that I drew it in deter you. That's also why in the actual physical books, I added the ones that I thought could go upside down, because some of them, they have sort of faces where it would look strange if they were upside down, but most of them, the faces you can see either way. So yeah, I'm happy about that. And the one for tomorrow is going to be epic. It's got a lot of spaces, and it's going to be fun. So I see it's going well so far, and the speed videos are going well. I think it's nice to be able to see them. You know, that people can actually go in and see the 2 hours and 50 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes. The other day there was like 4 hours and 50 minutes of coloring, but they can go in and see them. And you know, if it's 2 hours 50 minutes, then it's 2 minutes 50 seconds. So just to be able to go in and see them that fast and get a feeling of how it was colored. Those videos are really great, so check them out. They're on the playlist that is for the Weirdie Day. And that playlist, I add all the new live videos, and I add as soon as I have as soon as I've prepared the speed video, I add that to that playlist too. And I try to add the speed video as the featured video, because it's a good thing for people to see, to get more interested, I think. Because, you know, the live videos are more fun when you're actually here and live with me. Otherwise, I don't know. It's more fun when, you know, you can comment and I can answer, and it's sort of interactive. So yeah, so that's why I'm making those speed videos too, so that others can enjoy the coloring. This is going well. This is gonna be pretty. I'm loving it already. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm just hoping that my arm will hold up, and I think it will. It'll be interesting to see how the arm is tomorrow. I would hate to have to cancel doing a Weirdie day because of my arm. I was worried this morning if I was going to be able to do it. But I think it's just, you know, maybe I slept wrong, or maybe it's just the muscles, and if it's just the muscles getting used to getting worked in a different way, then, you know, it will go away. It's like training. When you start in the gym, it also hurts. Awesome. Thank you, Tina. So yeah, I'll be getting into this. And I do feel like adding colors to it so that I can go full throttle, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. It is a pretty cool one. Also, if I add colors to it, I'm saving on each individual marker. Because I don't want to run out of markers too early, because I don't really have it in my budget to buy new markers. So it will just be the tiger markers in the end then. So if I can stretch the others out a bit so that they can last longer, then that's probably good, so that I won't just be coloring with the same markers every day. And I will get into the pencils, but definitely not when my arm is like this. I'll have to feel better in the arm. This is a nice dark one also. So yeah, we get, oh, this is a lovely shade. It's almost like that one, but it's not the same, because I did check the numbers when I pulled them out. So this is how I color a Weirdie. I do also, yeah, I think the one yesterday turned out really great. Became really pretty. And I do have to get them scanned. I was just, I didn't get any of the stuff done today that I had planned because of the arm and the resting it, and then just, yeah. Or maybe it was doing the pearls yesterday. I don't think so though. That should not make the arm bad. I didn't do that a lot, so this is maybe a combination of some stuff. So yeah. But it's no fun to have a pain in the arm when you have a lot of things that you need to do. So I'm hoping it will go away. Go away. And it will. Eventually it will. Everything always goes away at some point. So yeah. It's also like, it's also spreading out. It's like he's wearing a helmet or something. Could be a helmet, I think. Well, I see it as a helmet thing, but he's also got like a fish thing going with the tail, and I'm not quite sure what he is, but Sergeant Pepper sounds pretty cool, I think. That's a nice name for him. Sergeant Pepper. He is funky. I can just imagine him on the dance floor doing some hot moves. Twisting it. And I did find the Grease movie. So I think I'll be watching that with Victoria one day. There was a dance movie on tonight, like the one that's called Honey with Jessica Alba. and she really loved that. I mean, she's funny because she will start dancing to the music in the movie and doing her moves and her, but she will be with her back to the movie, so she's not watching them dance and their moves. She's like oblivious. So she's so funny. She's just making up her own moves. And I'm like, you can watch the ones in the movie and see what they dance like. No, it doesn't matter. I got my moves down. If this was on Just Dance, it would be difficult for anybody to follow. Her friend, well, most of her friends, they have this Y or something like that you connect to the television, and then there's all this kind of dance stuff and things you can do on it. We don't have that. But when she's at their houses, she does it with them, and she's like, yeah, but if I had done that you have to dance after, then nobody could follow it. They say, well, that's not the point. The point is that people can follow it. Then that makes it more fun, you know, that people can actually follow the dance and learn the moves. So maybe it could be cool if she went to some dance classes. I don't know, but she did go when she was smaller. I sent her to ballet. That was a total disaster. Not because, I mean, I made the cutest tutu skirts for her, and then she had like, you know, the ones, boots that look like Dr. Martens. She was probably the most funky, punky ballet girl. You know, I made them in purple and black, and, you know, I didn't want it to be too, you know, all this little baby rose, you know, baby pink and all that. So she got like purple and black skirts, and she looked really cool. But she didn't really like it. She didn't like the ballet because there was different incidences. There was one where the instructor, she wanted all of them to be mice, and then the instructor would be a cat. And Victoria was like flat out refusing to participate because she wanted to be a cat and she didn't want to be a mouse. So that didn't go well. Then she had another one where they pretend to climb up a plum tree and eat all the plums and get a stomach ache. And Victoria was just standing still in the middle of everybody, like pretending to climb up the tree and eat the apples and get the stomach pain. And Victoria, she didn't move. She didn't budge. There was nothing. She didn't participate at all. And she was like 3 years old. And I was looking at her, and I knew in my head what was going on. She was like, I'm not that stupid. First of all, I don't like plums. Second of all, why would I eat so many plums and the stomach would hurt? It doesn't make sense. So and I asked her afterwards, why didn't you do it? And then she told me that. I knew she was going to tell me that. That it just didn't make sense to her, you know, so she was not going to be stupid and climb up some tree to eat something she didn't like in the first place to get a stomach ache. That didn't make sense to her at all. So in the end, we stopped this ballet class because it just didn't work out for her. And it was so nice. The teacher, she was really nice, and she was originally from Spain, so I could speak Spanish with her, which I really liked. And she was really nice because she was also, you know, she danced as a Columbine in the Tivoli for a lot of years, and she was very professional and really good. And most of her little students, they go to the Royal Ballet School, which is a very good school also. But, you know, I don't have any ambitions on Victoria's behalf, and especially not to go to ballet school, because these young ballet girls, they get broken, you know, their bodies get broken. So, you know, they're like ready for a pension when they're like 25, because the whole body gets broken. It's so hard to be a ballerina. So I don't have any intention of even putting her in for tryouts. If she had been good, you know, I wouldn't have done that, because I think I wouldn't want that for my kid, to have a broken body as a 25-year-old just because of some dance ambition to be on the Royal Theatre's ballet scene. No fucking way. That's just not me. Not gonna cut it for me. I mean, if she had wanted to and she was, you know, interested, then I would have told her the truth about what it is, you know, that you break your body. And I would have tried to deter her from doing it. and because I don't think it's worth it. You know, I really don't think. Anyways, that's just my way of seeing stuff. I know that other parents see it differently, and that's okay. I mean, we all have different ways of seeing things and different ambitions. Right now, there's a tryout on a school that is also very, very popular, and they take in students from all the other schools, but they have to go to auditions where they have to sing and, you know, show how good they are at something. And Victoria is very creative, and I think she could become a good actress. You know, if you saw the epic, the lottery, the book lottery, she's really good with the camera, I think. She plays with the camera really well. I mean, she didn't get any instructions, and she was like totally funky. When I looked through the videos after, it was just so much fun to observe how she interacted with the camera in the draw. But I don't want her to audition for all kinds of stuff. You know, she's a kid. She needs to enjoy life and have fun. Not all this boosting and yeah. So yeah, I don't push her in any ways. I think it's important to get a good education, and it's important that she follows what she feels like. And right now, I don't know if she knows what she feels like. She's a little one, and she will eventually, you know, figure out more and more of what she likes. But definitely, I think acting would be something for her, that's for sure. I think I will probably add those colors. I'm feeling it. So let's see what happens when I get on a little bit here. I'm really liking this playing with these markers. They're really good to use. I'm thinking maybe the one tomorrow has a lot of small spaces. I might get those 6 out again and give them another go, because they were really also very light to work with, and I think I'll need something that is not too hard to work with. So my arm is better, so that might be an idea. This is going to be pretty wild. It's a wild one. It's just a wild, wild one. So yeah. So everybody had a good Sunday, or yeah, you already know how my Sunday went down, but it was not the most funny Sunday. I didn't have the most funny Saturday either. Well, it was okay and cool when I got on, but it's landing in this stupid Facebook jail again. I was not a happy camper on Saturday. Definitely not a happy camper. But you know, the way I think about it is, it's not that bad. You know, it's just, you know, it will be over on the 13th. I will be able to do something again. But you know, every time that it happens, I just have to be even more careful and can't really do what I want to do, and that's a bit annoying. So yeah, this is good. I think it's looking very strong. It's looking very, very strong. And I think, yeah, if I did keep just this color palette and I don't add any blues and greens, then I would be backtracking out of there. You know, like doing it the opposite way for the colors. I don't know how that would work. I mean, we could try it just to try something different and keep it in this sort of fire to purple thing. It might be pretty neat. Also, you know, just not to have everything rainbow, even though rainbow is kind of my thing. I do love it. So we'll see. We'll have to see about that. We'll have to see about that. I think this one is going to cut in there. from there it will continue there, because that one will continue there and that one is already started. So because I was thinking to continue it there, but I think it will go from there. That's a nicer flow. This is lovely. Yeah, I can feel that arm. So yeah, it's a good thing it's not a huge one that I'm coloring. So it's more lovely. So yeah, I'll probably have a ciggy and try to relax it a bit. Maybe I'm just being too tense. Good Sunday. Oh, you're coloring the Weirdie now, Julie. That's lovely. Are you coloring this one for today or the one for tomorrow? I already saw some of the ones for tomorrow. I think, no, I didn't. Did I? No, I don't think so. I'm not sure. Now I forget. But I did see an awful lot of awesome colorings. And I will be updating the album on my own page and my art page, since I can't update it on the Color Weirdie a Day group. But you guys can go into that album and add your own. It is possible, and it would be nice if you try. I mean, if you can't figure it out, it's cool too. Then maybe just add it in the comments on the album, and then I will try to add them later when I'm back. when I get, but you know, then there might be so many that it will be difficult for me to figure out which ones to add. And also because I really want to make that video at the end of the month to sort of celebrate what we all did during the month, where I will put all our colors in the video. It will be a nice video to sort of recap the whole month of Weirdies from everyone, or at least all the ones that I've seen. And I mean, those I will get in because I'm saving them into folders so that I can put them into the video, and it will be a really awesome video. And you know, hopefully that video will grow with each month this year. Now we'll see how many people will join us and everything, and you know, it'll be fun recap to have those videos to look back on with the colored work, where you sort of see it in one nice flow. And of course I have to pull myself together and get my own colors scanned and get them in there, because they need to be in their mind too, because that's what I'm also having fun with. And I really want to check out if there's somewhere where I could do an expo, like after the year, to make an exposition of all 366 Weirdies. That would be so cool. It would have to be a place with a really long hallway, or lots of long hallways. I have to see who I should contact. Maybe, you know, if I contact the right place and they could help me with the frames, because the thing is buying a frame for each one would be just, you know, impossible. But it could be so cool to have an expo with all of the colored, but just hanging like doing day after day. It would be really awesome. I would love that. And I've only like had one exposition after I got back to Denmark, but also I haven't had that much material because I didn't have I sort of started over, so it was just with what I had. But that was like really nice, and it was a whole week where I also did live drawing as an event, and there was lots of other artists exposing as well, and different kind of arts. There were like live performances and music, and you know, it was a really nice young crowd, and I did live drawing, and it was also pretty neat. And then I had brought like coloring pages, and that was actually the most popular thing, because I put out markers and crayons on the bar tables. It was like there was some bar tables and some sofa tables and stuff at the expo hall. It was sort of like a glass house, a glass cube house. It was crazy, crazy on the waterfront. It was really pretty, and that was the most popular. Everybody were just drawn to the coloring pages, and they would just go immediately and grab markers and crayons and sit and color. And I didn't lose any markers, so that I of course I brought along the cheap ones. But I didn't lose any. Everybody, put them back in their place and everything. So it was pretty cool. And I sold some of my art money there too. It was a nice expo. But since I don't really have a lot of contacts here, it's difficult to get started. Also because I don't go out a lot, so I don't really meet people. Awesome. That would be great, Tina, if you'll scan them, because that would look so much better in the video. That would look way better in the video with them scanned. Always looks best if they're scanned, because then they can be put straight. Then they do show themselves off better. So that would be really wonderful. I would love that. And anybody who can scan them, you're welcome to scan and send them to me, because that will show off way prettier in the video. Some are difficult. If you've used glitter pens or neons, then they're not as easy to scan, because you'll lose some of the beauty of the colors. So those are probably best with the photo, because it shows off nicely what you used. The best light. So now we are on this one, and that was a lighter purple. I do believe that I wanna expand the set. I do think that it would be nice to do that. Expand into the blues and the greens, and then I'll have my rainbow, but a really nice big rainbow. So it will be a style file rainbow one. Yeah, this is lovely. And this is the one that's called lavender. I think the lavender is actually quite dark, like compared to the color of the top. Then it's got nothing. I mean, unless it dries up really light, but I don't think so. It will still be a lot darker than the top. The top was cheating me. The top pulled my leg on this one. This is pretty. Yeah, I think it will be better if I just go my rainbow on it. I think it will fit more with where I'm moving. I do love it. I am loving it right now. I'm sort of taking a little bit more time in between. Sometimes I just sort of rest and twirl the arm a little bit around, so that I'm not overdoing it. No overdoing it. We want to be able to be fresh for tomorrow as well. So we'll see. Maybe soon I will need guest hosts, so that I can maybe take, like a day in between to rest. It depends on how it goes with this arm thing. Or maybe I'm just getting old and crooked in my joints. That could be it too. Nah, I'm not that old yet. But I'm 43. I shouldn't be having aching joints. I do get aching in my fingers, but that's because I always overwork them. So let's see. Let's have some blues in here. We're gonna expand. Oh, yeah. Let's see. We have some blues here, and I want to go with the. I think I'm gonna go with pale blue violet, and then one they call brilliant blue, and then I'm gonna go with the cerulean blue. That sounds like a funny one. These are very different from each other, so that might not be that funky. Maybe I'll go with the cobalt blue instead. Cobalt blue. And then the royal blue. I think that that could be interesting. So that's sort of one in between the purples and the blues. And then I'm going to go with the peacock. I want to have some turquoisey thingy. Let's see if we have some here in this set. Here we have some mint green light and turquoise blue. So I think I'm going to go, oh, there's a baby blue. Maybe, I think the turquoise and the mint green light. And then I will go to turquoise green, emerald green, grass green, and lime green. So that will be like, this will be the selection in the end. So we're gonna put these away again. Yeah, so now we got some more colors going for us. And we're gonna put this one away as well. It's gonna go down here. I have a little bit more room to work on. And these should actually be going up here so that we can take them in turns. Yeah, I think I got it. And this was the in-between one. So yeah, I think I've got the selection up there now. And we'll see if there's even space enough for all of them. But I think there is. Sorry, I just changed my mind on the only doing these. I think it will look more complete if I go the full throttle. So we're gonna go with this, that is the pale blue violet. Let's see how that one will, yeah, that is paler. That's more the light purple I had been thinking that I was gonna get before. It's closer to that, but it's definitely also darker than the tip. So on these, a lot of them are a little bit darker, or a lot darker than the tip. So yeah, you have to be, that's why it's good to have your own tests, and I do them in my color companion, but you can do your own like swatches of your sets and anything you like. And it's just a good help to have a better overview of the true color of the marker or the pencil or marker. It's gonna be pretty. So yeah, this is good. I like this color. It sort of carries it on, and we'll see what happens when we get into those blues. If they work out for us. And we'll get a really good selection of the colors here, of the style file colors, to see them next to each other, which is also very neat. I actually think I like this one a lot. This one color. Hi Dawn, nice to see you. Great to see you here with us today and having fun. I hope as many as possible find their way here, and that nobody is really, you know, it's too bad that I can't be active in the Color Weirdie group, but I will be active as soon as I can. What really bugs me is when I'm sitting and I'm looking at all the beautiful color that I can't even comment on it. That, you know, so please don't think that it's not because I'm not liking your color or anything. It's simply because I can't even comment. So I can comment on my own fan page. So if you post there, you can either post under the album, or you can post on my page. Just there, I can comment. So I'm not restricted on that one because it's not a group. It's an art page, a fan page. So And I've got over 5,500 followers. And I think I'll be doing something special. When I hit 6,000, I will do something special. Well, I do something special every day, so it's sometimes hard to come up with something new special. But maybe some sort of giveaway or something when we hit 6,000, that could be fun. It could be fun. Let's see. I have a goal this year that I want to have more followers, and I think I will get. I have gotten quite a few since I started with the epic Christmas giveaway and everything, and also getting more in who are actually in for the coloring as well. Whereas before, mainly, a lot of my followers were in for the bigger art pieces, maybe. So get more diversity of who likes what I do. So that was nice, and definitely there will be a lot more stuff going on. I'll be trying to arrange some cool stuff as well. Some more. I want to do some more drawing. Those Twister Positivity ones. I want to do those because they're pretty cool. And they are not so big, so I can easily do those pretty fast. A fast video of drawing, but I have to sort of get it worked into my routine and schedule when I'm gonna do it. And right now I just haven't had time a lot. But also I have to color those things for the covers for the mandala and the Weirdie dala. So yeah, I'll be doing those separately as well. Once I got everything ordered. And I'll also be getting back into having a look at some books, look throughs, and do some reviews. Also, I have some books that I need to review, and I'll have a look at and show you guys from other artists, also from Global Doodle Gems, and also from independent artists that are not involved in Global Doodle Gems. So I'm also looking forward to getting into that when I can. It might not be as regular. It will be really depending on what time I have a lot. So yeah, there's not a lot of party in me today because of this arm being stupid arm. Well, it will get better. So yeah. Let's see here. He is getting pretty good. This is also a lovely blue. What's it called? Cobalt blue. I like it. I would have thought that maybe it will dry up a bit brighter. It's a very dark one. But I like dark colors, and I think these colors will also scan nicely. I'm a little bit in doubt of that pink, if that will turn gray, because it might have a little bit of neon in it. It didn't look like a neon, but it's looking a little bit like it here to me, so I might have a problem with scanning that one probably. So yeah, I'm not as much talking as I normally am because it hurts. Now I'll read some of your comments. You get a smell with the chameleons? I haven't noticed that. Oh, well, hello, Patricia. Nice to see you. 14. I think so. I think they come off with soap and water, but I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Most markers do, actually. I mean, Sharpies are harder to get off. I often have this problem that I, draw a little bit of my hands sometimes. It's sort of compulsive. It just happens, you know. It's not something I'm in control of. Sometimes I just gotta draw in the hand when I'm sitting there. But usually it washes off with the water and soap. I think so. Otherwise it wears off. Thank you, Bev. It's nice to hear. I think it's looking pretty good too. I'm having a little bit problems with finding really light blues. Um, there are light blues, but you know, now I think I didn't pick any that were light. So, but I think they're looking pretty. Sometimes it can be hard to find the right selection of colors. But these, I think they will work well with each other. And they're all pretty. And you're gonna get a lot of color in there. I was really planning today to have done something with pastel chalks, but in the end I didn't, because I am a marker girl. I love my markers. I love alcohol markers, and yeah, those Sick clean brush, they're also really good. And the Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush, they're also really lovely. So I have to get them out again. I also have the big fat ones of Faber-Castell that I have had for a long time. And maybe get those out and give them a twirl around so we can see them and compare to the others. And now we're on this blue here. Royal blue. This is another dark one. I think I want to take one that maybe is a step lighter before we go to the turquoise. So I'm going to switch that out with the pastel blue. Pastel blue or ice blue. I think pastel blue will do it for me. Yeah, I think so. We're going to switch that up. So now there's going to hopefully come something that's lighter. Yeah, definitely lighter. It's almost like icy blue. But I think that we needed that, you know, just to switch it up before the turquoise comes on. Yeah, rubbing alcohol might be good. Being messy today. I didn't notice any. The Sharpies are really bad. They smell a lot. But, you know, sometimes you like the smell. Oh, yeah. I have quite a few of Faber-Castell, too, that we also, I have some pencils. So we'll definitely be going into that. Yeah, this light blue one is really nice. I mean, I don't feel that it's pastel blue at all. To be honest, I don't see it as being pastel blue. But I guess that's just maybe me. I don't see it as being that. I wouldn't categorize it as pastel blue. I would definitely say something completely different. I could say ice blue or sky blue or yeah, something else. Even cyan, I could go for it. Whereas maybe cyan is a little touch darker, but pastel, no, it's not pastel blue. But that's why you also have to research the different sets that you have to see the true color, I think, because I don't know who makes up the names of the colors. I mean, some they are already given, you know, that's the pigment and everything. But these are definitely lovely and also great to work with. I really like this. It's a very sturdy tip, very firm tip to work with. This one, it's really nice. And there's the chisel on the other side. And he's developing the speed of lightning. Yes. Sergeant Pepper is on the make. I'm looking so much forward to getting those scanned, the colored. I really want to see them scanned. It's just that every time I have, I have to sort of, sort out the time. And once when I'm done with this, what I really like to do as fast as possible is to download the live video so I can make the speed video. And today I also have to update the blog because I didn't get it updated yet, because I tried to stay off the computer to rest the arm as much as possible. So I didn't get that done. And I do hit up a post every day on my blog with the Weirdie of the day before, with the speed video, and with the real-time video. And if I have old coloring of it, I put up that as a GIF as well if I have it. Just to sort of spread it out more and invite the people from the blogging system to come play with us. And maybe, make some cryptocurrency. Because I do earn cryptocurrency on the blogs if people upvote them. This one is funny, it's like it's been pushed down. But it works fine. But I didn't push it down. Whoa, this is nice. So here, this line is kind of finished. So we're going from here because that's where we've continued. And that one will be moving up there. So this is a nice one. This is a nice, it's nice next to the other one. It's a nice switch. I'm happy that I changed it up and put a lighter one so that we have a better transition between the two. And then I have to make a decision here, and I think I'll go upwards and down. And we have some space to get these colors in here. This one does also seem a little bit dry. But I think it might be me and that brush that is not like being overly compatible with each other. So we're going out into his tail fin. I don't know if he's a fish, but he's got a tail fin. So, a tail fin. This looks pretty cool. And then we're into this turquoise. This is a mint green light. So we'll see what that will look like. It's so funny because a lot of the sets, they have some of the same names. Of the different brands that use some of the same names sometimes, but that does not mean that it's the same color. This one looks very turquoise to me, but it does have a little bit more green than a turquoise, I think. I do believe that. I think I still do. I mean, I like the brushes in this, but I definitely prefer the sturdier felt tips. I find them a little bit more controllable than these very big brushes. But I think it also depends on your style of coloring, how you work with it, how you will feel with them. But I definitely I like to have a lot of control, and that was why I was so surprised with the SIG brushes, SIG clean brush, because I really had a lot of control with them, and they were really fine tipped, and they were real brushes. I mean, I really just the fact that they're real brushes, I loved that. And the flow and the colors, it was just amazing. So I do think that I want to get them out ASAP again and play more with them. But we'll have to see how I feel tomorrow, because as you can see, I'm never quite sure until I'm actually on the video. That's where I make my decision of, I have maybe taken a few sets out and put them next to me and and then I sort of make my final decision when I'm already on. Hi, Danny. Nice to see you. Hello, Joanne. Nice to see you too. Bonjour. Yeah, I love the color, but no pastel, Tina. I also have that. Thank you, Joanne. Oh, that's an awesome gift, Julie. Yeah, art set beats everything, for sure. That was so sweet. Polychromos are pencils, colored pencils. And yeah, they are expensive. I don't remember the exact price, but they are pricey. All Faber-Castell um, material is pricey. Unless it's the ones that is made for the kids, they're not as pricey. I also have the Pablos of Caran d'Ache and the Luminance that I want to try. I haven't tried them yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to trying them. Now we are on this one. It's called turquoise green. So let's see how that's darker. So this is a very good to have that mint green in between the light turquoise and this one. That does sort of work really well. I think it'll go well into the next green. We've got 3 greens left, and then we have full throttle on all the colors, and then we'll just get a little bit of yellow in there, I think, to finish it off with. So in a few places we'll be going a little bit further. Sort of depends on how much there's left here. Down here we will go further, and up there. So yeah, I think it will be a nice finish off of it. We'll get it really nicely connected and beautifully put together. I think it's going to be a really pretty one. It's going to be a pretty one. It's going to be pretty. Ah, yeah, that's crazy that they were. Yeah, that blows my mind too, because the Christmas is not that. I have the Christmas and the Sudi Stile, and I'm not that impressed by the Christmas, to be honest. They're not bad, but I do think that the wood is not that great. I'm thinking that the Prismas were probably a better quality at some point, and I think they lowered the quality to be able to lower the prices and keep up with the demand. I mean, that's just how I'm guessing it. The Pablos are absolutely awesome. Oh, open stock, that's nice, because then you can collect them little by little, the ones that you really like. I had the Supra colors of Caran d'Ache. I really wanted them, but I haven't been able to get them, because usually if I get, then I will get from Amazon Germany, because then there's not the import tax, and they do ship cheaper to Denmark than if I get them on the international site. So for me, it's the best for the Amazon Germany. Is definitely the best to buy on. But yeah, it's just been impossible for me to find them where they ship to Denmark. And you know, I found one, and then it turned out to be a fake seller. And Amazon was really like, you know, when I reported it, I got the money back right away, and there was no problems. And the seller is banned, I think now. Seemed that nobody got the product. It wasn't even that great an offer. I mean, it wasn't even like, you know, where you would think, oh, it's dirt cheap, then it's not true or something like that. It was a fake, but it was good that I got the money back. So nothing was hurt except for the fact that I didn't get the pencils that I really wanted. But you know, maybe one day I'll get them. You never know. You never know. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. That's one of my favorite quotes. I actually like that movie. I'm not really into sweet movies, but I did like Forrest Gump a lot. It was a nice one. This is gonna be pretty. So yeah, there's not gonna be any extra surprises for me today because I gotta rest that arm as much as possible because we don't want to go down that I all of a sudden can't color the weirdies. That would be horrible, horrible, horrible. And to stop because my arm won't keep up. But I just have to take care of it and be careful and not overdo it. And then I think, you know, it will also, you know, with a bit of time, then it will have gotten used to the coloring, how I sit when I color probably. And then it will be okay. It will be okay again. This is nice. I like these greens also going in. And we did get a lot of different colors in. We can count them afterwards, see how many we got in there. There's 2 greens left. So then we'll get a little bit of yellow, orange here and here. So that's good. It will sort of carry it out so it's not just in the middle. But you know, I like the way that it's down there and then it's radiating out. I like that. This is a nice green too. That was the grass green. I like that green. And then we'll see it against the lime green after. See how that cuts up next to each other. And then after the lime green, into the yellow again. So that would be lovely. Really good. Nice vibe. So I should switch it up. Yeah, I think it's good that I decided to put the other colors because it sort of gives it more aspect. Just see there's more. Black Widow. No, I don't have them. I have some Conte. I think that is almost the same. I'm suspecting that Conte and Black Widow is the same manufacturer actually. Ah, yeah. Chocolate. Yeah, well, I have a spray that I put on it that is for athletes. So I think that helps. But yeah, otherwise I'll have to consider ice. I just don't have ice because I don't have any room in my freezer. It's totally crammed with the soups. I got soups that were like on offer, but turns out that nobody wants to eat soups. So I just make them when it's just me, which is very rare that it's just me. Usually I do cook for both my dad and my daughter. So I sort of have to take into consideration what their delightful little palates are into and ignore my own heart's desire for food. So thank you, Danny. That's nice. I like my colors too. I just like it to be colorful and I like it to be bold. I like very clean colors. Not that there's anything wrong with the dusky or darker colors, but I just like the cleanliness, you know. The vibrant colors is more attractive to me. And especially, yeah, I always have the rainbow because I just love coloring rainbow colors and getting that feeling of the colored. It just makes me happy. So that's kind of why I color like that. It's sort of my trademark, maybe. But it's nice to do it with a different kind of brands, because you get, you know, to they're all different, so you have a different experience. And like, for instance, when I do, it was so funny when we compared the 6 with the Faber-Castell pits, because they were so different in the finish, even though that they were still both with a rainbow. So it was a very different result. It's a little bit more muted with the Faber-Castell ones, but it's sort of the style of their colors usually. So when you know that, then you know what you're working with. And I like it, so that's fits me good. And then I can sort of mix it up. A tense machine. Is that sort of like a massage thingy, or how does that work, Bev? Scorpions. I've heard about the scorpions too, but I didn't. Oh, you're done with it. It's your sergeant, yes. I mean, it would be boring if they looked all the same, you know? It's more fun if they're all different. If they're all the same, it could be very fast become, you know, boring. It's fun when they're different, and when you work your own style and likes into it. I mean, I'm always amazed when I see some that have colored it in almost the same colors, you know, like, you know, different shades, and it has just an awesome effect. And I'm like, whoa, I wish I could do that. But, you know, it doesn't work for me. But I love seeing it, you know. This is like, you know, when you have it like a theme colors, and, you know, that is really awesome. And some people do wonderful effects, and it just becomes so interesting to see. And sometimes you can't even, like, sometimes you like doubt if it's the same piece even. So yeah, I don't do the background, and that's mainly also because I really like to put them on stickers. And I really want to do that big bedspread with all the 366. That would be so cool, you know, to have all the figures in there. That's because I can cut them out. After I scan them, I go to Photoshop and I'll cut them out and make them into PNGs. So they'll just be those small figures. And then I can put them individually on that bedspread. I have to make that template. That was a good thing that I got thinking about that, because it would be easier if I put them in bit by bit. And then the bedspread would be ready for when we finish the last Weirdie, the 31st of December. I could put that last one on, and then there would be a full Weirdie bedspread. That would be so cool. Or douche, shower curtain. You can put them on. There's even carpets and stuff also on the different. I have the Red Bubble and the Society 6 where I could put them up. And I think that would be awesome cool. I mean, that would just be like topping off the whole Weirdie experience if I could go to sleep on them. But I think that would be really cool. So I'm definitely planning on doing that. It will be a lot of work to put them on there, but it will be the coolest bedspread ever. I think it will. It will be fun. A fun thing. I might as well, you know, if I'm making the colors, I might as well use them for something. So I'm definitely going to be, you know, popping them into the Red Bubble and postcards and stuff like that. Posters, you name it, I'm going to put it on there. There's going to be a Weirdie section. There's already a Weirdie section in my Red Bubble, but it's going to expand with the Weirdie a Day. Definitely gonna put some funky stuff up, some t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that with Weirdies on them. So cups and mugs and stuff to put on the iPad, and, you know, bags and stuff like that. You know, I can put it on those products, and it's just so fun to see them on the products. So I like to do that. But that, of course, sort of, I have to sort of pull myself together and get those scans done before I can actually work on that. But then I also have to have time to put them on the items in there. So it sort of holds its own hand. So it will come little by little, not everything in one day. It's impossible to do everything in one day. But, you know, if I could get them at least, you know, scanned and then maybe every day put one up, then it won't be like that I have to put 20 up at the same time, and then that would be more stressful. So yeah, I have to pull myself together a bit. Get going on some of my huge plans. Okay, in physio, yeah. I actually think I have something like that massage thingy. Yeah, I think they would be cool. And you can get like, there's like 3 different sizes of stickers in there. And some of them are actually pretty big. But there's often, they also have some, you know, like offers or something on there. I think they could be cool as stickers. I was gonna look into, you know, if I could, you know, because it would always be, you know, cheaper to make a sticker yourself. But I don't know if it's worth it. I did print off, I made a Be Kind campaign here in Copenhagen a couple of years ago. There's a Facebook page for that where I made some videos and stuff like that. And there I also created some Be Kind stickers. That the idea was that everybody could print them at home and put them up around the neighborhood to remind everybody about being kind to each other and nice. And it was a very nice campaign. I had fun with it. So I could probably also do some PDF files that you could, you know, buy on the PayHip and then download and print on your own stickers at home, which might be cheaper than to actually get them on the Redbubble. But I bet the Redbubble ones will be a nicer quality than the ones that you can buy to print at home, maybe. So I'm not sure. But that sort of also depends. If there's someone who wants it, then I can do it. And, you know, if the interest is there. I sound busy. No, I'm just, I have a pain in my arm that I've had all day. So I'm sort of a little bit under a strain of my arm being annoying. But I can lift it now. I couldn't lift it this morning at all. So I've been resting it all day, trying to avoid computer and everything. And I didn't really move the arm before until like 7 o'clock in the evening when I had to go shopping. And my beautiful little awesome daughter went with me, and she took the one bag, and she's like, you know, you can see, because there was 2 full bags, and of course there's always the heavy stuff. And she was like carrying one of the bags because I couldn't have it in the right arm, so I couldn't have a bag in each hand. And she's like, no, Mom, I'm really, really strong. I can lift this bag with one finger. So this is so sweet and helpful. So that was really nice. I'm a lucky one that I have her to help and brighten the days. You know, the days always become brighter when you look at beautiful little happy face that is just always so sweet. You know, that's nice. Makes everything else fade away. So that's good. Yeah, we're getting there. I think he is being awesome. Sergeant Pepper, the official Sergeant Pepper. My daughter is 8 years old now. 8 years old. Big girl now. Doesn't seem like, it seems like, you know, the time passed so quickly from she was such a tiny little thing, and now she's a big little thing. And growing every day, so. But growing in the best possible way and in the sweetest way. I'm very, very fortunate to have her. I never thought I was going to have kids, you know. I wanted to have kids before I was old. So when I didn't get any with my first husband, then I thought, you know, well, now I'm, you know, older and It's not gonna happen. And then I did. All of a sudden, I was 4 months pregnant. Yeah, I was 4 months pregnant when I found out that I was pregnant. So that was quite a surprise. Really a huge surprise. I had taken some pregnancy tests, but they were all negative. I think I took like 3 or 4 different ones, and they were all negative. And my belly turned hard and strange, and I was scared because my mom died from ovarian cancer. So I was thinking, oof, maybe I got ovarian cancer or something, because my stomach was weird. So in the end, of course, yeah, as some of you may know, I'm not fond of going to the doctors. So that can take me a long time to pull myself together to go to the doctors. But then also because I was living in Spain and I didn't have what's called that, you know, like a health insurance. So I had to pay to go to the doctor, and that was quite expensive. I didn't really have the money at the moment. So I was waiting, and then a friend of me gave me some money, and he said, go to the doctors because there's something wrong. And I went, and they were laughing. Yeah, they were laughing. And they told me, oh, you're 4 months pregnant. And I was like looking at them with the biggest shock in my eyes. I was like, fuck, what is that? That was definitely not planned. Definitely not planned at all. But, you know, sometimes things that aren't planned turn out to be the best things that happen to you in your life. So, yeah, I was 4 months, and yeah, that was cool. And I got and she came a month early, so actually officially I was only pregnant for 4 months because I didn't know before, and I never had any, you know, like those, you know, pukey thingy or weird. I did get the pregnancy diabetes, but that was after we found out about it. Then they told me that I had pregnancy diabetes, and then they put me on some thing with where I had to eat specific things, and it was way too much that I had to eat. So yeah, I was really lucky that I got her, and you know, I'm thankful for that every day. Every time I look at that pretty face and her sweet demeanor, her sweet attitude, and her love and everything, it's like I'm blessed with that. Really, really a blessing. So yeah. And the reason why it wasn't planned was because it was not like I had told her dad that we weren't gonna have babies, you know, that I was too old. And turns out that he just kind of pretended like he put on a condom sometimes. He told me after, because he wanted to have a baby with me, and so he pretended, which I think is a very nasty thing to do. But in the end, I can only thank him, because if he hadn't done that, then I probably wouldn't have had my wonderful daughter. So yeah, some things, you know, yeah, there was definitely a good result. So in that way, you know, I forgive him for being an idiot asshole who didn't tell me the truth, because of what I got out of it, you know, the most wonderful daughter that I'm so thrilled to have. So sometimes, you know, it's like I tell others who don't know if they should have children or not, you know, it's not for everyone to have kids, I think, but, you know, if they're in doubt, you know, I tell them you can never ever compare that feeling to anything. The love you feel for your child when it's born is like, that's the moment when you realize what love really is, you know, how strong it is and how strongly you will feel. That's that moment where you realize that what you thought was love before wasn't as deep as it can actually really be. That's at least my experience. And I said that it's not a feeling that can be explained. It's not a feeling that you can understand and grab hold of until you get your own kid, probably. I remember that my friend who got pregnant the same day as I gave birth, I explained that to her because she was asking me constantly, what does it feel like and what is it like and da da da. I said, I just can't, you know, you have to feel it because it's an unexplainable feeling of vulnerable and love and fierce protection skills and all that kind of stuff mingled all together with a melting heart or something. You know, you can't describe it. But and when she had her own, she called me and she said, "You're absolutely right. You're so right in what you said. This is exactly how I feel. What you know, that you just can't." So yeah, that's how I sort of see that, and that's why when people say, "Oh, I don't know," then I say, you know, if you don't know, maybe just go for it. If you really hate the thought, then don't go for it. But if you don't know, then maybe it's for you because you will feel it when you get there. So, yeah. I'm thinking I might want to cut this one out because this is the one that I think might have a scanning problem. So I'm going to cut it and go to the next pink because I don't want to have scanning issues. So yeah, because this one is a little bit more muted. The other one is very close to being in neon, and that could do that it will turn up on my scan gray. And I really don't want it to turn up gray because that will ruin the scan and make it not as pretty. So I will have to probably work on it on Photoshop if it does turn up gray. And that's what neon colors do. They will turn up muted and look weird compared to the rest of the colors, unless you kind of change them. But you can see it on the scan once it's there. And the last color. This is almost like speed coloring. 1 hour and 46 minutes. And you know, the last few ones have been very, very long. So this is a faster one. So hopefully the video will download faster so I can get that speed video up. So this is pretty. I'm loving it. So the last piece here, and then hopefully my arm will be way better tomorrow. I'm gonna put a lot of that spray on it before I go to sleep, so that it can rest really well. And then hopefully I'll be able to lift it tomorrow morning, and I will be back in action tomorrow night. So how many colors did we use? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26 colors in total, because there was this one that we threw off. So that's it for the Weirdie of the 7th. And very shortly, I'll put up the new banner on my own page because I can't do it on the Color Weirdie Day, and I think Heather will be putting it up there, which is really lovely. I'm so happy that you're helping me out, Heather. It's really awesome. Well, you're all helping out, so that's really great. And then I will be putting up the one for the 9th, the link for that to get that on the page, and we do have the one for tomorrow. It's already up there, so go get it. And then I'll just be working on the video, and then I'll be off to rest the arm. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Have a nice evening and see you tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to put up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Weirdie is already up. There's already the link up to tomorrow's Weirdie. Ross, it is on my page. There's a link directly to the PayHip. And then I'll be putting up to the day after, to the 9th. That one I will be putting up as well today. So it's there, and there will be more. So all the time I put up new ones just after I've finished the coloring, so that you sort of know that it's about now that I can get the one for 2 days later, so that you're prepared. So that's good. You got it, and bye. See you. Have a nice evening.